Hello and welcome to the Temple of Tomes with your host, Indie Comics Jones. Today is March 20th, 2022. Happy spring to you. Yeah, this is episode 490 this time. All right. The comic we're looking at today is Walls. It's part of the Quad series. It's a QUAD. I'm not quite sure what it is. I think it's something futuristic. Not quite sure. This comes out from Behemoth. Now, there's a couple Behemoth comics that I read in the past that I really enjoyed. So I was really looking forward to this one-shot here. It's a one-shot within this quad idea, I guess. This is a not recommend, unfortunately. What we see here is our main character who's kind of going along with everything that's gone along, and then he sees something, and it kind of gets his mind going, and he wants to jump out of the walls and explore and whatnot. This scene, we never really see him quite running like this, all due to a Walkman? No. Okay, well, let's get into it. Story and art is by Diego Sanchez. I think he did the whole thing. I'm assuming. There are some other credits here. It's a sci-fi post-apocalyptic universe created by these people here, and there's our Diego Sanchez is in there. This is a work of fiction. All hail Behemoth. And then we get a blurb here about the story. Now I'm going to make this kind of short, not going to go into it so much. The art in it is okay. It's very stylized. Here's Walls store. You get this here. If you want to pause and read all that, you're more than welcome to. And I'll pull back and come in down here. There you go. So the art in it is okay. It's just very stylized. It's almost comic book like at times, and it's more realistic at other times, and kind of almost abstract at other times. So it just kind of runs the gamut a little bit here. And what we got is this group of what they call the trash men, that they collect things and bring it to these walled-off cities. This is in the future, of course. And you can see he's talking to a machine. He's got things to bring in. So they do some trading with things. Now we've got our hero. I'm not sure. Just he's in line with everybody else. They're all dressed the same. He sees the trash man come in underneath this skyway bridge he's on. And he starts asking questions. And he goes through the barrier. It activates this weird-looking robotic monster, tells him to stay in his lane, basically. So he's not quite sure that's what he wants to do. So we see it's just this huge monolith of a city that's, very modern, but very safe. But he wants to take risks, so he sneaks out and makes his way to where he thinks the trash man might be. He actually scales the wall, goes out there, and he meets up with them. And there he sees them fighting, and he says, "Oh, what a great life this is. I can't believe it." You can see there's someone choking him all of a sudden. And he starts talking to the people, and they just say, "Oh, you want to be one of us? Well, here's what you got to do. You got to get stuff from the city and bring it to us." That's basically it. As you can see, they talk about this for a while. It kind of looks like Steven Tyler there. So they say, he's asking, what kind of treasure out there? And they give him this Walkman, and it's like, oh, this is the first time he's ever heard music. Of course, I guess there's batteries and a good playing cassette in there and everything. So he basically wants to go back in to steal stuff for them, but he goes in the wrong way, and he's obliterated. That's the story. So, yeah, I was a little bit disappointed. It didn't really go anywhere. This is, to me, is like an 8-page story dragged out to a full-size comic. And I believe it was a premium price on this as well. Let's see what we got here. No, $3.99 is cover A. So here's the whole deal. Here's another blurb about it. The chief and his trash man. The worker kids of the automation city. So, yeah, I'm not too excited about it. Next issue coming out in the Quad series, a new story in the world of Quad. This one is, I'm not sure who's writing this one, but here you go. There's the description for it. You want to freeze it, you can, or pause the camera, pause the screen to read that. You go ahead, and here's the little attachment picture with it. Cannot leave without Sally. All right. So once again, thank you for stopping by and watching my YouTube comic review video of Walls, coming out of the Quad series for Behemoth. Yeah, it was a not recommended. I'm sorry to let you know on that. I kind of waited a few days before putting it out there, so hopefully I didn't kill any sales for Mr. Sanchez, but generally the traffic on my channel is pretty light, so he's probably okay. All right. So, please like, please subscribe if you haven't. Please leave comments if you wish, and we'll see you next time at the Temple of Tomes. This is Indie Comics Jones bidding you a wonderful spring, and adieu.